Hey cruisers, we are back. Like our subscribers, Mike and Cheryl, we too were having live stream withdrawals. It is so awesome to be back with everybody. It feels like it's been a month since we've done this, even though I don't think it's really been that long. So thank you all so much for joining us on this beautiful day. I don't know about the weather where you are, but in California, it is 90 degrees and quite warm. So we ran the air conditioning in our house this morning to cool it down, and it's getting a little bit better. So for those of you who couldn't join us today because you're at your kids' soccer games or at the beach or doing something wonderful, I totally understand. Well, today's live stream episode is brought to you, of course, by cruiseline.com, the only website with verified reviews by real everyday cruisers to help you find the perfect cruise. Speaking of verified reviews, guess what I've been working on lately? I have been working on, since we just got back from Carnival Miracle, my cruiseline.com review. And when I post my review on cruiseline.com and my photos, I will be sure to let everybody know so that you can come find it, read it, look at my photos, and be friends with me on cruiseline.com. It's a really fun thing to do. So I'm seeing a lot of people coming in. I'm gonna take my eyes off the camera for just one moment and say hello to everybody. Hi, Natalie. Hi, Pete. Hi, Miss Swagger. Hi, Brandy. Hi, Steve. Hi, Aaron. Hi, Honey. Kent. Vanilla, the Griffin Claw. Let's see here. We've got Ms. Swagger. Steve says it's rainy in KC. Oh no, I'm sorry. No fair. Hi, Nancy. Stay tuned. I have a surprise for you. Hi, Bonnie, Eve, Autumn, Jennifer, oh, it's 90 degrees where you are too. Super hot for Vanilla Guy. And Kent is from California, so Kent, you're feeling the heat too, huh? Which is about time because we really haven't had warm weather. In fact, it's been very cold, seasonally cold and windy, kind of like springy, too springy for me. So I'm glad that we have some nice sun. Hi, Kendra. Hi, Susie Q. Hi, Sam. Hi, Bonnie. Wait, Sam, you're in the Cayman Islands right now and it's 86 degrees? Wow, that's awesome. Are you on a cruise? Let us know. Hi, Christy. Thank you for liking my top. It's actually a dress, but you can't see the rest of it. I was trying to stay cool today, so I went for the cold shoulder look. Hopefully you can see a little bit of my residual cruise tan. Let's see, have I missed anybody? Okay, we've got, let's see, Christy, Eric, Kendra, Stubby, Nick Willie, Jennifer, Honey's going on Mariner of the Seas. What tips would I suggest? All right, you guys, do we have any tips for Honey Jane on Mariner of the Seas? Royal Caribbean is an awesome cruise line. We did do a great video, Honey, on some Royal Caribbean tips and tricks in collaboration with Matt from Royal Caribbean blog. So we did regular old tips and money-saving tips. So make sure that you check that video out, and you've got to follow Matt at Royal Caribbean blog and listen to his podcasts. Maybe he has a back episode on Mariner of the Seas, I'm not sure, but that will be where I would start. Bonnie wants to know how she friends me on cruiseline.com. Bonnie, the best thing to do to find me on cruiseline.com is to find something I've posted. So you need to find like my review of the Carnival Imagination would be a good place to start, or some of my photos, and then you can friend me from there. I think they're working on adding the search feature back in, but that's a good way to do it. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Audrey. Let's see. Oh, hi, Dami Candelaria. You cruise tomorrow. Bon voyage to you. Hi from Alabama. Who's from Alabama? I just missed it. You guys, there's so many people coming in that, as always, what happens is I lose it. I lose the live stream. It goes so fast. It was Saugusta from Alabama. And Eric, you said this is one of the highest quality live streams you've seen. Thank you very much. My husband is a tech god. Sorry, honey, I don't want to embarrass you, but we try really, really hard because we want to bring high quality stuff to you. So we have a DSLR camera and we have a couple of computers running. We even turned off the Wi-Fi on our cell phones today because, as with these things, always you're at the mercy of the YouTube servers. And the last live stream that we did, we had issues at about 55 minutes in where the live stream just cut off. We were also trying a new time. We were doing this later in the day on a weekend, and I think that was actually the problem, but hang in there with us. We're going to try to keep it as high quality as we possibly can. Sam, you live in Grand Cayman. That is so awesome. I'm going to have to get some tips from you if we ever visit Grand Cayman. I'm sure you could give me loads of them. Okay, I've got some questions coming in, you guys. Real quick before we start answering questions, I want to let everybody know how this live stream works. We're going to do this until about 1 o'clock, so for about an hour. It moves really fast, so keep your answers very short, your questions very short for me. Wanted to also let everyone know, while this video will save as a replay, your comments will actually not save. in the notes here. So if you'd like to make a comment that we'll save to the video, say you have some advice for somebody on a question that was asked today and you'd like it to save to the video, wait until the replay is posted, okay? And then post it in the notes afterwards because this live chat will not save. So that's essentially how this works. So we're gonna go ahead and look at some of your questions that are coming in, and then I wanna tell you guys about something really fun that we did on social media in just a few more minutes, but we're not gonna do that just yet. We had some fun and had you guys guess what I was doing in a couple of photos on Instagram and Facebook. So if you're not already following us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, please do. There's a lot of things that happen over there that we can't do here on YouTube. On Facebook, we post everything. Press releases from all the major cruise lines, cruise news, photos, announcements about videos, awesome Amazon products that we love, and tons more. On Instagram, it's kind of our place for beautiful photos and fun things. And on Twitter, Twitter's a little bit of a cross between the two. For the most part on Twitter, we announce when we have a new video that's come out or some cruise news. So please be sure you're following us somewhere on social media, you guys, to keep up to date on things. It's a really good idea to do that. Okay, let's see who else we have. Hi, Chris. Hi, Nael. Yay, a lot of people going on cruises. Hi, Man from Down Under. Thank you. I know it's very early manned bets in Australia right now, or New Zealand. I'm not sure which one you're in. Let's see here. Craig Hahn has a question, so I'm going to read the questions from the bottom to the top. How far ahead from a cruise can one print off check-in information to have them ready for embarkation day? Most cruise lines will make them available to you, Craig, by the 45th day before your cruise. Some will do it much sooner than that, but 45 days is kind of the magic number. Vicky Lawson says, Alaska, mega ship or smaller ship? You know what, Vicky? I think either. I'm a small ship girl, so I'm a little bit biased. I like small to mid-sized ships, but I can see that it could be really fun to do Alaska on a mega ship, and we would love to do Alaska on a mega ship. Maybe something like Norwegian Bliss would be really great. Depends on the ship, but you're gonna be able to get a little closer to things, and get closer to glaciers, maybe, possibly if you're in a smaller ship. So that's just food for thought. Let's see here. I'm gonna go back up and answer some questions right now, you guys. Let's see. Hi, Nayeli. Let's see. Kendra wants to know if we have any hotel suggestions in Fort Lauderdale. Kendra, I think the Embassy Suites, if I'm not mistaken, in Fort Lauderdale is coming highly recommended by my travel agent. In fact, we're cruising out of Fort Lauderdale this winter when we go to Panama Canal, and I'm pretty sure she booked us at Embassy Suites. I'll check into that for you, okay? Mrs. Swagger needs more tips about Alaska. Mrs. Swagger, what I'm gonna do for you is after this video is over, I'm gonna link to our Alaska playlist. We have tons of videos on Alaska. Some of them you may not have seen because they're a little bit older. They're maybe a year or two old, and we have entire playlists. So let me link to those after that for you, okay? Natalie says, I have a question. What if I don't want to have our room steward in the room? I have a bit of an OCD and I like to clean it myself and bring my own pillows and blankets. Is that allowed? Natalie, yes, you can tell your room steward you don't like to be bothered. It's unusual, but it has happened. You can also, if they don't want to respect that for you for one reason or another at all, you might need to speak with a supervisor just to kind of clarify your needs, okay? But talk to your room steward on day one and let them know your wishes and see what they'll say. They may have a requirement to come in and replace towels and clean the bathroom every couple of days or something like that. I'm not really sure, but I wouldn't worry. Can you bring your own pillows and blankets? Is it allowed? We take our own pillows all the time. We took them on our last cruise and it made such a difference in the quality of our sleep. Yeah, you can take your own blankets if you want. I personally wouldn't because they launder them frequently, but you can if you'd like to. Oh, hi, Caleb. Welcome. You're a first timer here. That's awesome. Hi, Kathleen from Illinois. And you guys, Dinara May is here from Russia. Hello. Thank you so much. Hi, V. Madabamba. Any tips for Coral Princess? Yes, I'm sure we can find a bunch of Coral Princess tips. Let's think of a few. Well, Princess, I would highly recommend that you go to high tea in the afternoon on sea days, especially because you have 15 days. That is one of our favorite things to do. There's also the specialty restaurants on Princess are wonderful. Highly recommend it. If you haven't booked your cabin yet, we also recommend mini suites. And also you need to watch our Princess Cruises tips and tricks videos. We have two, part 1 and part 2, so be sure to watch both of those videos. I will try to link to them after we are done with the live stream today. Stubby says you guys have bad weather in UK. Shocking, huh? Oh no, I'm sorry. Okay, let's find out what other questions that we have here. Ms. Jomama76 is going to the Eastern Caribbean in September on the breeze. You hear the ports at Key West, Freeport, and Nassau aren't that great. What's our opinion? I've never been to Freeport or Key West. Yeah, I would say that those are not your, the pride and joy of the Caribbean, but I think you should make the best of it and have a great time. The Breeze is a great ship, so maybe you don't have to get off the ship in one of those ports. You can choose, but there's always fun things to do if you do a little planning in advance. In Nassau, people enjoy doing a resort for a day. Key West, I hear it's wonderful to walk around. So watch YouTube videos on things to do in Key West. I really think that you're going to enjoy Key West. I hear it's very special, and I would do that. Freeport, I'm not sure. Maybe somebody else can weigh in on that. Ronald said, where is Mr. Cruise Tips TV? He is here, Ronald. He is in what we call the cockpit, so he's over there behind the camera. He has his own computer set up, and he is making sure that everything goes smoothly today. He's probably being kind of quiet because we're going to try to have me doing all of the different question reading today, because sometimes it gets confusing. He'll already have answered a question in the live chat and I won't have seen it. Okay, let's see. Michelle has a question about Nachi, one of my favorite places in Cozumel. Hi, Sherry. We're planning on going to Nachi Cacoma on our next trip to Cozumel based on your suggestions. How much time do you leave at the end of the day to get back to the ship? I would leave Nachi Cacoma 2 hours before the ship leaves. It won't take you more than 30 minutes to get back to the ship, but I like to be to the ship absolutely no later than an hour to an hour and a half before departure, but I'm paranoid. So I hope that that helps you. Nachi probably closes down anyway before you need to worry about that, just depending. Let's see here. Okay. Bonnie, I'll help you find me on cruiseline.com. I know it's kind of confusing, but we're going to go ahead and make it. Flashy and Fabulous is here. Welcome. Answered some of your questions on our YouTube channel this morning. Hope that that helped. Let's see. Nohemi Alvarad says, I'm going on Carnival in June and we're stopping at Costa Maya and Cozumel. Which one should we do an excursion? Probably both. I do not recommend just walking around in Cozumel to shop and things like that. Is not a good idea. It's not dangerous or anything. It's just boring. You need to get out and see some beach life, or take a drive around the island, maybe a Jeep tour around the island. Go to one of the many private beach clubs. Nachi Cacome, Mr. Sancho's, there's tons of them. So I would definitely recommend doing something. Costa Maya, I think I would probably plan on doing something too, but you don't have to book through the cruise line. If you want to save money, do some research on cruiseline.com and find an excursion on your own and do something like that. I don't think that you have to worry about that. Nishon 1986, I think I just answered your question without knowing it. You said, how do I feel about non-cruise sponsored excursions? I feel like they're great. I'd say we probably book more than half of our excursions separate from the ship. We've gotten more comfortable with it, but you really need to watch out for time zones. You need to make sure that the shore time and the ship time are the same, or if they're not, you need to wear a good old-fashioned wristwatch to keep track of when you need to get back on the ship. So hope that that helps you. Let's see if we have some more questions coming in. Richard Hugg said that in Costa Maya, for the person who asked us about Costa Maya, a great thing to do is go paddle boarding. Let's see here. Rock Girl 8707 said, did you discover any new products you love on your last cruise? You're reading my mind. Yes, I did. I am totally addicted to carabiners now. You know those little hooks that hikers and stuff use? We hook them on the outside of our backpack. So if you watch our how I organize my cabin video that we posted last week, it was either Tuesday or Thursday, you can see them on my backpack. We hooked sunglasses, water bottles, and hats to them. Probably the coolest thing I discovered on my last cruise. So anyway, I hope that that helps you. Bonnie Bergstein wants to know what ship we are taking to the Panama Canal. Bonnie, we are very excited to announce that we are taking the Caribbean Princess to Panama Canal. We are taking my mom. My mom is coming with us, and we're absolutely excited. It's a bucket list cruise for all of us. We're thrilled. The Caribbean Princess has been fully renovated, and we are just over the moon excited to see the ship renovations and to experience the new locks in Panama Canal. So hopefully that helps you. INS Sci-Fi said, thanks for the info on the packing cubes. They are awesome. You're very, very welcome. My pleasure. Craig just got a copy of the Princess Cruise Atlas. It is great. Ordered it online. It is beautiful, isn't it? I think I got mine too. I haven't had time to look at it because it came while I was on vacation, but it was great. Emily Nab, you guys. Oh, hi, Emily. Emily needs to know something to do in Grand Turk for the first time next year. What are some suggestions? Emily, I haven't been to Grand Turk, but everybody says it's so easy to navigate. I think that one of the most popular things to do is to walk down the beach to this bar where this awesome doggy named Topher plays. Can somebody weigh in on what the name of that bar is, please, for me? Okay. Let's see. Have I missed any questions that you can see, my friend?
I have a bunch.
Oh, you have a bunch? Okay, tell me.
Okay, so way back, Caleb Parker, I know there is or are strict rules on taking things on board at embarkation, but what about shopping in port? Going to Cozumel and I want to buy some vanilla and maybe sugar.
Okay. Is it Kayla?
Caleb.
Kaylin, you can bring Caleb
Parker.
Caleb Parker. Caleb, I'm sorry. Yes, you can bring your vanilla and your sugar back on board. You just can't bring alcohol back on board. They're pretty strict about that, or anything that's a forbidden item, or food. Fruit is a common thing that they don't want you bringing back on. Okay, what other questions did I miss?
From Tsunami O.
Tsunami O, I'm ready for you. Okay.
Is it a good idea to upgrade for a suite?
Is it a good idea to upgrade to a suite? If you can afford it, it's a great idea. If you can't afford it, it's a bad idea. That's my final answer. We always cruise within our means, and sometimes that means we cruise in an inside cabin, and we love every minute of it. Of course, it's not our preference. We'd love to be in a balcony, but I think you should buy the best cabin that you can afford every time you cruise, whatever that means. We've only cruised in a suite maybe 2 or 3 times out of the maybe 25 cruises we've been on because it's really expensive, and one time was an upgrade. We would never have spent the extra money on it. One of my favorite cabin categories though is Princess Mini Suites. Royal Caribbean has very similar mini suites. Norwegian has great mini suite categories. So maybe something between a balcony and a suite, like a mini suite, would be nice for you, and would only be maybe a couple $100 more instead of a few $1,000s more. We've got people weighing in too, you guys, on Grand Turk, the beach, the famous beach that I couldn't think of off the, the bar and restaurant, I believe it is Jack's Shack in Grand Turk. Thanks everybody. You guys are awesome for weighing in on that. I'm really excited. Grace B is also doing the Caribbean Princess in October. Yay, good for you. Are you going to Panama Canal? We're excited for you too. Yes, Rock Girl 8707, I will be doing a review on the full face snorkel mask that I took. I did like it very much. The problem was the water was freezing cold in Cabo. So I tested it and I liked it, but what I'd like to do is take it to my local pool and spend some more time with the snorkel mask to make sure that I can really thoroughly review it for you guys. But I will say, in short, I do recommend it. It does fog up a little bit. You cannot equalize when you dive. So if you're the type of snorkeler that likes to dive, do not buy it. You can't pinch and blow as you go, as they say, and your ears may get clogged. So if you're a surface snorkeler, 2 thumbs up. If not, be careful.
There's a way to do that.
There's a way to equalize?
We'll cover it in the review.
Okay, my husband said there's a way to equalize, and we'll cover that in the review. I did not know that, my friend.
And it'll be on Cruise Gear.
And it will be on our Cruise Gear channel. So you definitely want to subscribe to our Cruise Gear channel for the full snorkel mask review. We're not going to post it here. Okay, got it. What's that?
I have more.
Okay, more questions from husband. Go ahead.
James McClintock. Which cruise line has the best beds?
James McClintock says, which cruise lines have the best beds? Currently, it's Princess for me, with those of the ships that have got the new beds. They are absolutely the best in the industry right now. Although I will tell you, our bed on Carnival Miracle last week was heavenly. It was so comfortable. It was so soft. It was like sleeping in a pillow. For some people, it might have been too soft. I don't know, if you...
It's subjective.
It's subjective. Yeah, subjective. Okay, now I'm ready for the next question.
Autumn B.
Autumn B, coming at you.
How do you request a table for 2 in the dining room? I'm going on Carnival for our 25th anniversary.
Okay, Autumn wants to know how to request a table for 2 in the dining room. The first thing you do is when you go into your, your online cruise personalizer area on Carnival, you request it. That doesn't always work. So my recommendation for you, Autumn, even if it's not posted in your fun times, show up at the main dining room at about 1 o'clock on embarkation day. The head waiter or maitre d' will be standing there with the doors open, waiting to talk to people about their special preferences. You can request it there. You should have no problems. We have never had a problem with that request. So try that out. Ready for the next one.
And that's Joe Mama 76. Gotta like
Joe
that.
Mama 776
Joe Mama.
coming at you.
I want to take my mom on an Alaskan cruise. What time of year and cruise line are the best? Of course, the best cruise line is.
Yeah,
subjective,
exactly. Okay, so
She's
best
never
cruise.
cruised before, she's
Okay,
nervous.
mom has never cruised. You want to go to Alaska. What's the best time of year? And what is the best cruise line? Okay, any cruise to Alaska is going to be heavenly. I would recommend, I love Alaska in May. We have cruised Alaska in May 3 times. It has never rained for more than 5 minutes. Yes, there is a danger of not being able to get closer to the glaciers, but it's also nice because all of the kids aren't out of school yet. What that means, it's not so much a problem of kids running around like crazy on Alaska cruises. We have a child, we don't mind that. The problem is the prices go up when summer hits, right? So when you're in the early and late season, May and September can be a little bit better. So I would say May, early June would probably be ideal. If you're taking mom and she's a little older, maybe choose a cruise line like Princess or Holland America. Both of them do Alaska beautifully. They really just, you can't go wrong. And if you want to message me on YouTube here, I can definitely provide you with some more guidance. And watch some of our princess vlogs from the Mexican Riviera and get a feel for what it's like to be on a longer princess cruise, and that'll give you a really good idea. Okay, we've got a lot of questions coming in. Okay, let's see here. I think Saugusta Wright is wanting to know why cruise lines don't offer activities for kids 18 to 21. Going to Alaska in August, I know, the forgotten age, right? Once they turn 18, it's like they set them loose and they don't offer any structured activities, but the kids, they can't drink yet or do anything like that. It's just a tough time. I don't really know why, Saugusta, but it is true. It's such a bummer. Okay, let's see who we have coming in here. All right, Always Be Booked is here. Hi, Tommy. How you doing? Let's see. Tommy has another suggestion on Grand Turk. He says, snorkel the shelf in Grand Turk. You're in water that goes from 20 feet depth to several thousand feet depth immediately. Yes, Tommy, that sounds scary. I don't like those drop-offs. They terrify me, but it does sound really cool. So, Tommy, how do you get to the shelf in Grand Turk? Do you have to take a boat there, or is it something that people can access from the shore? Can you let me know if you're still here? Thank you so much. Zachary would like to add that Royal Caribbean has his vote for the best bed. Larry wants to know if they should get trip insurance. Larry, the older you are, the longer your cruise, the farther you're going from home, and the more medical conditions you have, the more you need travel insurance. My blanket answer on travel insurance is when in doubt, buy it, but you don't have to buy it through the cruise line. Ask your travel agent to shop it for you independent of the cruise line. They have hookups with lots of travel insurance companies that are cheaper than the cruise line, and I recommend it all the time. So I hope that that helps you. Let's see here. Hi, Mike and Cheryl. I didn't see you guys come in. Let's see here. Craig Hahn wants to know, do any cruise lines offer queen beds instead of twin size beds in a cabin for the over tall cruiser? Craig, I don't know. Any tall cruisers here? Let me know. Kent Custer says, packing cubes or space bags. Kent, packing cubes for everything except pillows, and pillows should go into compression bags because they can be shrunk down and shoved into the suitcase at the last minute. That's my opinion, of course. Let's see here. Emily says, Grand Turk, if anybody asks you for money so you can have a seat, don't pay them. Those are Carnival's chairs. Thank you, Emily, for allowing us to hear that great tip, because nobody wants to get bamboozled out of their money. So that's awesome. K. Earl K says that Norwegian also has amazing beds. Okay, you guys, so before we answer more questions, I really want to share something with you guys that we did on social media this week. Let me answer the Grand Turk snorkeling question first. Tommy at Always Be Booked said yes, that snorkeling thing we talked about is an excursion. Ask the cruise line excursion desk and they'll tell you the right one to pick. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Tommy. Okay, you guys, my husband is gearing up over here, pal, in the cockpit for this. Okay. We did something really fun on Facebook and Instagram, and we have some winners that I want to give some props to today. We posted a picture on Facebook and Instagram of me in Cabo doing something interesting, which we're going to put up on the screen right now. And we asked you guys to tell us or to guess what it was that I was doing. This is actually a dare from a subscriber. Hopefully all of you guys saw this. You guys are funny. I could see everybody commenting on it here. But we have a couple of winners from our little guess what I'm doing in the picture. And the first winner was Nancy Lucas on Facebook, who said, ugh, are those little fish eating at your feet? Gross, sorry. Yes, Nancy, I was getting what's called a fish pedicure in Cabo, and it was really, really fun. There is no real pedicure about this though, you guys. I mean, come on. The fish nibble anywhere they want to on your feet. They do not remove the dead skin, but it was super fun. And my son wanted to do it with me, which I was shocked about. He wanted to put his feet into a tank full of little fish. So of course I'm gonna say yes. So we had a really fun mother-son bonding moment, and we're gonna be showing you guys video of it in the vlogs. Now, of course, it wasn't just Nancy who got it right. We had two people who were kind of tied for first place on Instagram who guessed the picture. It was Lacey Aisha. Lacey, did I say it right? Fish eating dead skin off your feet. Always wanted to do that. And Tazzy Hall said, oh my gosh, you're doing this fish pedicure exfoliation thingy. So anyway, yeah, it's fun, you guys, but do not expect it to be something you're gonna wanna do over and over. It feels, everybody asked me what it feels like. Does it feel, does it tickle? Does it hurt? No, it feels bubbly. It feels like just like teeny tiny little bubbles are hitting your feet. So thank you very much, you guys, for that. We had another fun little contest on Facebook, and we put up another picture, which we'll show you guys really quick here. And we asked you to guess what I was doing in that picture. That was a hard one. And the funny part about it was that that photo was accidentally taken. I did not mean to take a selfie of myself laying in the dirt with sand in my chapstick, but I did. So I thought it would be funny to post it and ask you guys to guess. And so HD Jester on Facebook had a pretty darn good guess with taking pictures of the little waves. And then on Instagram, Mrs. Prigodin totally nailed the answer, and she said, you're taking that video of your son that you shared on Mother's Day, which my husband will show you right now. She was right. So I was taking pictures of my husband and son kind of frolicking in the waves. We were doing some fun footage for a vlog, and I was literally laying down in the middle of Medano Beach on my stomach. I'm sure I looked ridiculous, but it was fun. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that little contest. And thank you all very much for participating. Their prize was a shout out from me, but make sure you enter our next giveaway, which is coming very soon, by the way. We're sorry that we've been so slow on getting our next giveaway up and running, but we have a surprise video coming for everyone that we'd like you to watch, so we're gonna tie it to that. So we've got a lot of other folks here. Okay, Emma Cruises made it. Hi, Emma. You guys, I'd like to introduce you to Emma Cruises. Emma has an awesome Instagram page, and I believe she has a Facebook group as well called Cruising Isn't Just for Old People. And Emma, please go ahead and list your website here. I think it's cruisingisn'tjustforoldpeople.co.uk, right? And Emma is trying to get more young people out on cruises. Of course, Emma loves the older generation as well, because the cruises that she's been on before were with her parents. So it's no offense to older people who like to cruise, like myself. But Emma's in her 20s and has a really fun perspective on cruising. And she has an awesome Instagram page. You should totally follow it. So glad you made it. Emma lives in, I believe, the south of London, and it wasn't easy for her to get onto this live stream because it's dinner time over there. So welcome, thank you so very much for coming. Emma also did a great interview this week on Always Be Booked, the podcast, and it was really entertaining and fun to listen to you and to Tommy dialogue. So if you haven't checked that out, subscribers, please be sure to check it out. Okay, Maddie has a great kind of tip/question for all of us. Hi, Maddie Medeiros. Is everyone going to participate in the Princess Cruise $1 deposit sale on Monday? Maddie, I really want to. I need to figure something out. I need to find a cruise to book. So you guys, take Maddie's advice. It is happening. Princess $1 deposit sale starts Monday, and I think that just opens up a whole new world of possibilities for all of us. I'm gonna think about it. I might just do that. I have a few cruises booked already, so I'm not sure if I wanna book another one just yet, but we're going to see what we can do. Emma Cruises did confirm that I got her website right. So it is cruisingisn'tjustforoldpeople.co.uk. Check it out, you guys, it's really fun. Hi, Brandy. We'll see you later. Thank you so much for stopping by. And now I want to catch up on questions. I actually have a lot of questions to read from subscribers today too, but I want to make sure I get your questions first, everyone here, because you all took the time out of your day on this beautiful Saturday to come see us. So what do we have, my friend? Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, I do.
Awesome, I'm ready.
Miss Marie, when are you posting your videos from your recent cruise?
Miss Marie wants to know when we're going to start posting our videos from our recent Carnival Miracle Cruise. Miss Marie, we're working on editing the vlogs right now. We had a problem with iMovie where we couldn't get the iMovie to export at all. So our first vlog is done, but we're having some technical difficulties. We may have to completely recreate the video. I'm hoping we can get it done in the next week. What do you think, honey? The next week, probably? So our pre-cruise vlog hopefully will come out in the next week, and then the embarkation day vlog will be the next one after that. So I'm hoping soon. I'm sorry that it's taking so long.
Work and life.
Work and life. Yes, absolutely. We have been really busy. I had a really busy week with work, and I couldn't do a whole lot of anything other than just kind of, get back into it this week. But my husband's taking over the vlog editing, so hopefully we can get that to you soon. I'm sorry. I know it's taking a while. I appreciate that. All right, next question.
This is a while ago from SB, but it's a good question.
Okay, SB, we're getting your question.
When cruising on NCL, is the show an extra cost?
Okay.
And if so, how much?
Okay, when cruising on NCL, are the shows an extra cost? And if so, how much? They should be free on Norwegian. There may be some upcharge entertainment on Norwegian, but for the most part, they are free. I wonder if the dinner, isn't there a dinner show, the Brat Pack show? Is that on Norwegian, you guys, or is that on Royal Caribbean? That one might come at a slight surcharge, but generally speaking, they are free. Okay. Flashy and Fabulous said, how hard is it to change a passenger if the person you're traveling with can't make it? You would definitely want to check with your travel agent on that because I'm sure it varies from cruise line to cruise line. But I think that cruise line bookings are probably pretty easy to transfer. I've never heard of something being terribly non-transferable. Probably a small rebooking fee will apply. Hopefully that helps you. Okay. Awesome. Who else do we have with questions today? Anything you can see over there, my friend?
No, but I did see that Scott Lara tuned in and
great.
told everyone to follow him, and I think that's good advice.
Yes. Hi, Scott Lara. My husband said you were here. You guys definitely do want to follow Scott Lara 1961 on Twitter. You're always welcome to do shameless plugs here, Scott. I know you're saying that, but we really appreciate you. Scott, will you do me a favor? Tell me what cruise lines you're most comfortable with. I always assume you're the Holland America guy, but maybe let me know if there's some other cruise lines that you're super comfortable speaking about. I would love to know that. Craig Butland says, have you been on an Oasis class ship or a Quantum class ship? No, we haven't. The last Royal Caribbean cruise we went on was Liberty of the Seas, and it was awesome. We loved it. For us, it was a giant, overwhelming ship. We are so much more used to smaller ships, but I would love to go on one of those cruises, and we probably will at some point. Okay, let's see here. Santa from Vegan Cruiser is here. Santa is awesome, you guys. She has another awesome social media presence, and Santa does all kinds of coverage on cruising as a vegan, and she is living proof that you can cruise with certain cruise lines especially and have a wonderful culinary experience if you are a vegan. And she shows pictures of food that is just absolutely gorgeous and mouthwatering that makes me want to be a vegan. So thanks for showing up, Santa. It's nice to see you here. I really appreciate it. Have I missed anybody else that stopped by here? Let's see here. Oh, Kent, I love your question. Kent wants to send a gift to a friend who was going on a cruise and wants to know how to do that. Kent, what you would do is on the website, now I have to speak in very general terms because I'm not sure which cruise line that you're referring to, but you would go on to the cruise line's website and there will be a section on that website for onboard gifts. You will need the name of the person cruising and their voyage date. You probably have to call customer service because you probably don't know their cabin number. If you're comfortable asking them for their cabin number, you might be able to do the whole transaction online, but you can actually shop for and arrange for gifts to be delivered on the day of your choice on most of the major cruise lines to someone that you know that's cruising. So I would call the customer service line if you don't know their cabin number and try to get guidance. You can send flowers, champagne, hors d'oeuvres, gift certificates, spa gift certificates, photo package gift certificates, children's gifts, cabin decorations, the list goes on and on and on. So hopefully that helps you. Kathleen said, do we have any Royal Caribbean videos? Yes, Kathleen, we have a wonderful ship tour of Liberty of the Seas. We were not vlogging back then, and I was on a corporate incentive trip, so I didn't do any vlogging, but it's an awesome video. Unfortunately, the ship has recently been renovated, or it's since been renovated, so there will be some things that are different, but I think that you'll really enjoy that. Let's see here. Mike and Cheryl want to know if anybody's been to Madero, Ocean Club, and Curacao, and if they have feedback. So leave it in the chat, or you can leave it in the comments afterwards. Hi, Philip. Thank you so much for the kind compliment. Buffy 5KT said, opinions on transatlantic crossings. From what I hear, I have never been on a transatlantic. They're wonderful for people who like sea days. Obviously, the cruise line that you choose will likely have a lot more activities than a normal cruise that alternates ports and sea days, so they're wonderful. They're very traditional cruises. Some can be very formal, so you may want to be aware of that. Navajo said, is there any way to book a cruise when under 21? I will be 21 for 2 months when the cruise departs. The Navajo, I'm not sure about that. I'm assuming that what you're saying is you're wanting to sail without someone who's over 21. I don't know if that can be done. You need to call the cruise line directly that you're booking with and ask them if you can. Okay, sounds good. Okay, Steve said, hi Sherry, have you thought about doing a vlog on how to deal with cruise cancellations, say due to the ship being chartered out? You guys, Steve Roth, who is a regular follower of our channel here, just had a really interesting experience on Norwegian, right? It was Norwegian. Steve booked a cruise well in advance and just got notification from his vacation planner that the cruise is actually 99% likely to be canceled because that particular entire voyage is being chartered by a group, and so he has to rebook into another ship or another date. So we'll think about that, Steve. That's a really good idea. I'd need to do a lot of research on it, but maybe you could be an expert, witness for me after you are done dealing with this experience and let me know how it goes, and we can use your experience as kind of an anecdotal, I don't know what the word is. We can give people an example of what happened with yours, but I think it's a great idea, and I appreciate you bringing it up. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Okay. Did you have another question for me? Okay. Husband has more questions. Let's do it.
From Carissa.
Carissa.
When cruising, do you typically go on excursions with the ship or on your own?
Okay, Carissa, when we're cruising, do we typically go on excursions with the ship or on our own? We alternate. More than half of the excursions that we book are on our own because we're getting a little bit more confident about doing that. And we've learned something about ourselves in the last few years, and that is we don't like large group tours. We prefer to be in smaller groups of people. The large group tours feel like cattle herding to me. That is not to say that all cruise line tours are large or that you feel like being herded, but sometimes they are, and I find that booking on my own, generally speaking, it's just a little bit more of an intimate experience, and the main thing that I prefer about that is that they're less rushed and they're cheaper. We did a little video on this, by the way, a few months back, and I will put a link to it in the notes below after this video has gone to replay, and we talk a little bit about the pros and cons of booking shore excursions on your own or with a cruise line, so we'll get that to you. I'm ready for the next question.
Rock Girl 8707.
Okay.
Which cruise line would be the best for a family of 5 in one room? 3 kids to adults, in our opinion.
Okay, Rock Girl wants to know what's the best cruise line for a family of 5 to be all in one room. I would love for everyone else to weigh in on this because I've never done that, but I do have some recommendations for you. There are some special rooms on the new Carnival Vista that are called Family Harbor rooms that are slightly larger and can accommodate larger groups. If you're wanting to keep everybody in one room and you have a family of 5, it is possible, but you definitely want to do some research. I think you're probably going to have better luck on some of the newer ships. Let's see if anybody else can weigh in on cruising in one cabin for a family of 5. Let's check here. Okay, I'm ready.
This is just good news for us,
Okay.
West Coaster, Maddie Medeiros.
Yes.
Amazing princess news. Royal Caribbean is Royal Princess, I'm sorry.
Oh, yes. Maddie,
Royal
great.
Princess, yes, repositioning to the West Coast.
Yes, Maddie Medeiros gave us great news, which we posted on Facebook this week. It is the best news ever, you guys. Princess is repositioning the Royal Princess to the West Coast for Mexican Riviera sailings. It is so awesome to have a newer ship here. Maddie, was that ship built in 2013? I think it might have been. We're really excited about that. Zachary is saying that Carnival has ocean view rooms that sleep 5 people. That is awesome. Thank you very much, Zachary. I'm ready for the next one, my friend.
Laura Newmanis
Okay,
Is
Laura.
Is it worth it to buy the bubbles packages on Carnival?
Laura, is it worth it to buy the bubbles packages on Carnival? It depends on how much soda you drink. I think if you drink more than 4 or 5 sodas a day, it is worth it. So it's up to you. We generally don't buy them anymore, but we take our own soda on board on Carnival. We take a 12-pack of soda. My husband likes Diet Coke, and we just do that. And on occasion, he'll buy a soda. It's kind of up to you. It really depends on how many you drink a day. Jennifer Hudgens said, just ordered my Wander wet bag using Cruise Tips TV 20. That's so nice of you to mention that, Jennifer. Yes, you guys, wanderwetbags.com. My favorite wet swimsuit and so much more bags are still offering the 20% off code with code Cruise Tips TV 20 through the end of May. So thank you for that. Appreciate it. Okay, I'm ready.
One more from Caleb Parker, and I'm going to paraphrase because I keep stumbling over it.
All right, Caleb, we're going to paraphrase your question.
How serene is the adult-only Serenity deck? And are there any other places?
Okay, Caleb wants to know, how serene is the adult-only Serenity deck? And I'm assuming you're talking about Carnival. It's very serene. It's really quiet. They don't play music. It tends to attract couples and people looking for more quiet and relaxation. On our last cruise, they had these really cool clamshell type loungers that people were enjoying, and it's nice. It's more of a mellow area. It's not entirely mellow. I will tell you that they generally get really crowded. It's kind of the downside of those areas. So, yeah. Okay. Jessica wants to know, can you take soda on Princess? Yes, you can do that. You can still take soda on Princess. It is allowed. That's the short answer. Probably, I wouldn't pack more than 12 sodas per person. Vegan Cruiser is saying that Carnival Vista and Horizon family rooms or the new MSC ships should have new family rooms. So the person that asked about sailing with 5 people in one cabin, that's a really great answer. Steve is saying that NCL has family suites. Yes, Steve, you should be on NCL's sales team. No, you're just knowledgeable cruiser. That's okay. You are an ambassador to NCL. We love it. Okay, Sagusta says, anyone have opinions on your time dining? Sagusta, what cruise line are you talking about? It varies from cruise line to cruise line, but I will say that I don't care for it most of the time. I've had some good experiences with it before, and I've had experiences where I ended up with a pager every night and had to wait for dinner, and it just wasn't my thing. But a lot of people really do like the flexibility of it. It's a tough one because I really don't like how early dining is. I really don't like how late dining is, and I really don't want anytime dining. I want like 6:45 or 7 o'clock dining, right? So for you, it might work out. If you don't mind a little bit of a wait when you get to the dining room, I say give it a try. That would probably be good. Okay, go ahead.
I just want to clarify.
Yes.
Have you clarify, because Ken Custer is saying, so you can bring soda and water?
On Princess.
Yes, on Princess. But just the clarification, you can't do the water on Carnival
Right.
anymore.
Okay, Kent Custer, to clarify your bringing beverages on board question, so you can bring soda and water on board. Yes, on Princess you can still bring soda and water. On Carnival, you can no longer take plastic bottles, so that definitely stops you from taking water, but you can still take cans or cartons. So for example, you could take some soda and like some juice boxes or something. I don't know anybody who uses cartons anymore, but it is possible. They're trying to stop people from smuggling booze on board. That's what this is all about for sure. So back to your time dining. Malong21 is saying that your time dining on Carnival Legend was fantastic. Always got a private table except the last night. So hopefully that helps. Kent. Okay, so Kent Custer, you were talking about Carnival. On Carnival, do not try to take plastic bottles of water. Buy the cheap water, have it waiting in your room. It's $2.99 for a 12-pack, I think. We had it on our last cruise. The bottles are a little flimsy, but for $2.99, I don't want to haul it on board anyway. They're not overcharging for the water compared to other cruise lines. So you can take your own soda in cans and do that. Yeah, sounds good. Okay, any other questions that I've missed, my friend?
Just the current ones coming in.
Just the current ones coming in? Okay, sounds
Margie
great.
in Texas, if you bring wine that has a screw cap rather than a cork, so you still have to pay the corkage fee, depends on where you take it.
Margie is saying if you bring wine that has a screw cap rather than a cork, you still have to pay the corkage fee. You know what, Margie? It really depends on the ship Cruise line to cruise line, ship to ship, they all vary. Some don't even observe the corkage fee. If you drink it in your room, there is no corkage fee. If the ship is serious about a corkage fee, they're not going to be caring if it's a screw cap or a cork. They're going to charge you for opening that bottle in a public room like the dining room and serving it to you. So it's not so much the screw cap versus cork. It's how strict the cruise line is and where you take it, but in your room. Vegan Cruiser says, Sherry, you need to book club class mini suites on Caribbean Princess. Anytime dining, but expedited, so you'll be seated without pagers. Santa, we would love to do that. I priced out the club class mini suites on Caribbean Princess, and they're a little bit over our budget right now. Panama Canal is so pricey. We're in an inside cabin on that cruise because we just couldn't justify the extra cost, which is ironic. I'm in an inside cabin in my Alaska cruise that's coming up and my Panama Canal cruise, but the reality is they're 10-night cruises, and I'd rather pay a little bit less and go on more cruises and kind of suffer being on in an inside cabin. But yeah, if we have an opportunity to try out club class, oh, I would so love to do that. You're right. It sounds amazing. Okay. Absolutely. Let's see here. Okay, Don's Family Vacations. Hi, Don. Thanks for joining us today. He says, yes, you have to pay the corkage fee if they charge a fee, no matter what the bottle is. Okay, thank you very much for that. Tsunami says, how are the restaurants on Norwegian Jewel? Across the board, Tsunami, restaurants on Norwegian, the specialty restaurants, upcharge, whatever you want to call them, are exceptional. I personally am not a big fan of main dining room food on Norwegian Cruise Line. It is my least favorite cruise line food of every ship I've ever been on. But I will tell you, I still love Norwegian, and I would absolutely go to the main dining room a couple of nights, but I will always book the specialty dining package on Norwegian because the food is exceptional. The teppanyaki restaurants, the sushi, the steakhouse, the French restaurant, and the Brazilian steakhouse with a salad bar that will rock your world, unbelievable. Mike and Cheryl are saying, Sherry and hubby, you will completely love the Panama Canal cruise. Yes, we are so excited about it. We're so excited about so many things. Being able to cruise with my mom, the history of the Panama Canal, getting to go to some ports in the Caribbean for finally, we're always over here on the West Coast doing Alaska and the Mexican Riviera. So we are excited because we're going to Princess Keys and we're going to, I want to say, Grand Cayman. So our friend here from Grand Cayman, I'm going to have to talk to you about some tips. And what is the other port that we are doing in the Caribbean? I can't remember right now because the cruise is so far away. So, let's see here. Cruise TV channel says, how is the buffet on Princess Cruises? It's one of our favorites. Excellent. Love the layout. Love the variety. Can't recommend it highly enough. Dre3565 is saying Carnival Magic or Fascination. I don't know. I haven't been on either of them, but I think the Magic is newer, bigger, and better. And the Fascination might be a fantasy class or older ship. I'm not sure, but I would definitely look into the Magic if you can. I think so. Okay. Do I have one that I've missed?
Photo Junkie.
Photo Junkie, coming at ya.
I'm hearing that Carnival is getting rid of all the adult-only pools and allowing kids in all of them. Do you know if this is true?
Okay, Photo Junkie just brought up a really big bit of cruise news from the last few weeks, you guys, that Carnival is getting rid of the no children allowed in the aft pools policy on non-Serenity deck aft pools. My understanding is, yes, that is true. Carnival is saying that they are a family cruise line and that they're going to be allowing kids in those aft pools. It has been hugely divisive. People are freaking out on both sides about it, and it's a big controversy. So who knows how it will shake out, but yeah, it's not a rumor, it's true. So for example, I think one ship that would be a good example of this would be Carnival Splendor, which I know is relocating over to our West Coast next year, and Carnival Splendor is going to be probably one of those ships that doesn't have an aft Serenity deck, so it will apply. Okay, you guys, we have a lot of questions from subscribers that we haven't covered today. I'm going to fly through them, okay? Flashy and Fabulous wants to know, does Carnival or Norwegian offer formal photo night, photo opportunities the way Princess did? Flashy and Fabulous, yes, they do. Carnival, a lot of Carnival ships are still the old school, a lot of them anyway, where they print the photos and put them on the wall and you go pick them. Norwegian is going digital on some of their photo galleries and it's awesome. Ms. Melissa said, how do you decide what to pack in your makeup bag? Miss Melissa, I'm going to do a video for you. Please subscribe to our cruise gear channel. Here on YouTube, go to the channels area, subscribe. I'm going to post it over there. I will show you everything in my makeup bag. I don't pack a lot. I keep it really simple on a cruise. I promise I'll get that to you soon. Kelly O'Neill says, how close to leaving port do you have to get back on a ship without the worry of being left behind? Kelly, I like an hour and a half to 2 hours personally, but I know a lot of people who push the limits on that. Tommy at Always Be Booked, pushing the limits, peer runner. But yeah, so anyway, I really think you need to be there an hour to an hour and a half before. Deidre Smith has been eyeing aft rooms. Please give a bit of pros and cons on aft rooms. The memorial service and eulogy were beautiful. Thank you, Deidre. As many of you know, if you watched our How We Organize Our Stateroom Cabin, we lost a dear friend on our last cruise, and that would be our little alarm clock. And we did have a eulogy for him, so please watch that video and stay to the very end. But Deidre, if you're talking about aft-facing balcony staterooms, the pros are the view is gorgeous and beautiful, and you can kind of see left and right. That's the biggest pro. There's more cons, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. It just means that there's a lot more for me to mention. There's more vibration. You're closer to the engines if you're lower on the ship. Number 2, you may find that some smoke and soot come down from the smokestack onto your balcony. That can also happen. You may have longer to walk to get to main areas, but again, we love them. I book aft-facing balcony cabins whenever I can because I feel like I have more of an 180-degree view. Hope that helps you. Rachel Shugart says, does Carnival Miracle sail out of Long Beach or San Pedro? Rachel, all of the Carnival ships here on the West Coast in California sail out of Long Beach. Carnival Miracle, Imagination, and Inspiration are all out of Long Beach, and next year that will be Carnival Splendor. San Pedro houses Norwegian and Princess and a few others. Hope that helps. And we have just a few more questions here, you guys. Leah Hensel, just a question for you. Have you ever done a cruise to Australia or New Zealand, and they want some suggestions on shore excursions, you guys, for New Zealand? They're in their late 40s, hubby's about 50. They don't want extreme sports or whitewater rafting or anything. They want historical sites. The only tip that I had for Leah, you guys, is to make sure she visits Milford Sound in New Zealand. If anybody else has any tips for her, because we're getting to the end of our hour, please leave your New Zealand tips in the comments below after this is saved to replay so we don't miss them, okay? I would love it if you guys could help us with that one. Kim Arcos says, what are your thoughts on dining hours selection, late night or anytime? Which is preferred and why? Kim, we kind of already addressed this in the live stream today, but I will tell you again that I don't love any of them, honestly. I don't like the fact that the early dining is so early. It's like 6. I don't like the fact that the late is so late. It's like 8:45 or anytime. So if you're not opposed to eating late, if it was me, if I was in my pre-child years, I would book late dining so that I had the same time every night, the same servers, and that just had that kind of consistency. That's just me, though. It's very, very subjective, so I hope that helps. Okay, we got all the questions, you guys. Now I can get back to looking at what questions you have for me. Nancy says, big question, are you a 1R or 2R Sherry? Oh, thank you so much for asking, Nancy. I'm Sherry with 1R. S-H-E-R-I. Thank you. Okay. All right. Vegan Cruiser has a tip for our Australia, New Zealand question. Go to Cruising with Honey blog. She's from Oz. Oh, Santa, thank you so much. I forgot about that. Cruising with Honey. So true. She has a ton of information. So hopefully that helps. Steve has a really good point about dining times, you guys. Remember to time your dining with show times so that you can get that done. Emma Cruises wants to know if we ever book guaranteed cabins. Emma, I've never done it. I've never tried it. And the funny thing is, I have nothing against a guaranteed cabin, but I've never seen one that's cheaper. Everybody talks about the fact that they're cheaper. There's ways to get better deals, but I'm always seeing the exact same price as picking my own, so I've never tried it. How about you? Let me know. Let's see here. Cruise TV channel says, I live on the big island of Hawaii, and do you know if I could hop on the ship when it stops here? No, you would have to go to the port of embarkation. You can't hop on a ship in the middle of a cruise. So I'm not sure where the Pride of America starts its island hopping cruise, but you have to start where it starts. So if that's on the big island, then yeah, you sure can. Craig Butlin said for the New Zealand question, you should go to the museum in Auckland. Okay. Mike and Cheryl, looks like you're signing off. Thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. And I want to see what other questions we have. Let's see here. Grace wants to know if I know if Caribbean Princess went digital photos since they were refurbished. I don't know, Grace, but I will find out for you. I hope they did. I really like that trend, and I'd like to see more of it. Let's see here. Tommy is giving people bad advice about when to be back on the ship. Don't worry, the ship will wait a half an hour after they say, LOL, kidding. Yeah, Tommy, don't be telling people that. You're busted. Okay, let's see here. Oh, Bonnie wants to know if our Panama Canal round trip is from Fort Lauderdale. You see that there's one that goes to Cartagena, Cologne, and Limon, and Grand Cayman. Yep, that's our cruise, Bonnie. I think those may be the ports that we're hitting, and that may be the exact cruise. Yes, it's not the 15-night full transit. It is very difficult for me to do that with my work schedule. Honestly, I don't really want to miss 2 weeks of work either. A week and a half is great for me. So we're going to do that. I think it'll be nice. Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay, Kent Custer wants to know what our website is again. Are you talking about our website, Kent? I think you are. It's www.cruisetipstv.com. Hope that helps. Elisa Lay wants to know how many times do we get recognized in public? Oh, that's a sweet question. Elisa, on our last cruise, we heard a little sound from about 5 different groups of people, meaning that I heard someone say, Sherry, 5 times on one cruise. I was really, really taken aback and surprised and moved and touched. And I lost a bet. I told my husband and I said, last time we were on a cruise, one group of people recognized us. And he said, how many times do you think it's going to happen on Carnival Miracle? And I said 1. And by the middle of the afternoon on embarkation day, I had lost the bet. Let's just put it that way. So it was awesome. It was a total highlight of our cruise. We got to talk to people, take photos with them, and it was so cool to kind of get, that face-to-face interaction with the people who watch our channel, and we just really met wonderful people. We did post photos of all of the people that we met, with the exception of one person who we didn't get a chance to take a photo with, Dion, on our Facebook page, so please go check that out on Facebook. Okay, Ronald wants to know any high crime ports to avoid. Colombia sounds sketchy. Yes, Ronald, there is certainly a lot of the areas in Colombia would be worth avoiding. We're only in Colombia for a very short time on our Panama Canal cruise, and it's really super close to the cruise line. I don't really know of a huge amount of them. I've heard there are some issues with in Honduras and also in Jamaica at times, but as far as totally avoiding them, the cruise lines tend to get ahead of that and avoid them. Okay, let's see here. Does anyone know if any other cruise lines plan on shipping out of San Francisco? I only know about Princess. I'm not a big flyer. Ms. Melissa, I will check for you. I think that on occasion, Norwegian sails out of San Francisco, and so do some of the other more upscale high-end lines. Mine Key Photo says that in Colombia, Cartagena is amazing. I'm really excited about that. Steve Roth, our bet was monetary. I gave my husband money. Let's see. Roatan in Honduras seems to be okay. You read his question. Okay, so Steve is saying Roatan in Honduras seems to be okay if you stick to excursions. Emma, are you saying Honduras is sketchy and dangerous? Please let me know. SB is saying that they've heard Barbados is sketchy and dangerous. Okay, thank you for that, you guys, because I really don't have a lot of information on that. Let's see here. Mike and Cheryl have a suggestion on Colombia. Go to the fort or the Old Town tour. It's amazing. Thank you very much. Sounds like you guys did that with teenagers. That's awesome. Let's see. Okay, you guys. Anybody else have any questions that we have missed? Do you know of any other questions that I've missed, my dear?
I am not seeing any questions. I do want to take this time to thank everyone for their patience.
Okay, great. I will tell them that. How did it go? Everything okay on your end?
Everything looks really good.
Okay, great. My husband said he wanted to thank everybody for their patience today. It took us a little longer to get to some of our questions today, and we're very sorry about that. But the live stream went on, it continued, and we're very happy. It looks like we're coming up on the hour point here, so I want to check and see if I have any other questions coming in. Brittany Stites said, when you do the beauty bag video, can you address the TSA approved beauty products only 119 days until the cruise? Yeah, Brittany, I certainly can. For the beauty bag video, I think we already did that one. I think we already filmed it. We did. We already filmed that video, and it's already posted. We didn't talk about the TSA requirements in it, so I have to tell you it's a little bit too late. But everything in my bag was under 3 ounces, so it would have all qualified. So I hope that that helps. Oh, you guys are so funny. There's so many funny comments today. Okay, let's see here. Hi, Sharon. Better late than never. It's okay. You can watch the replay. That's totally fine. The Recon 1A says both of their cruises were guarantee cabins. Usually got the lowest price to get on for $30, upgraded both times to very nice cabins. Okay, so what the Recon 1A is saying is that guarantee cabins, you get a better chance of an upgrade. So that is awesome. Thank you for that. Okay, you guys. I think that we are going to be wrapping up here. We do have one little tip coming in from Dawn's Family Vacations. About safety, and I'm going to read Stubby L's tip too. Dawn says, most ports are draws for crimes like pickpocketing, purse grabs, etc. Stick to the higher tourist areas to avoid the bigger crimes like muggings. That's very good advice. Thank you for that. And Stubby says, in the Caribbean, use your wits. Don't wear bling. Don't take much cash. Avoid back streets. Have fun. Such good advice, you guys. Thank you so much. Emma said Honduras has a murder rate that's 84 times that of the UK. Okay, so Honduras is getting a little bit of a bad rap here, guys. Definitely. Thank you so much. And thank you all so very much for your patience, you guys. We are always at the mercy of the YouTube servers when we do these things. And today it went really well. Our last one was a little bit sketchy, but we never really know. But thank you all so very much. We are going to sign out. Just as a reminder, wait until the live stream ends and is being processed if you'd like to add a comment that's going to stick, because everything that you've typed here in the chat is going to be gone. So if you have advice for someone that you'd like to put up, if you want to put your website or your blog up, please feel free to do that. We don't mind at all. We love collaborating with other people, and we love our big cruising community. So thank you all so very much. I'm saying goodbye to everybody in a cyber way right now. We will keep you posted on our next Cruise Around the Week.
Hey, click me to subscribe.